Welcome to Loving God and Loving Life. We're in Acts chapter 19, where the theme is God using Paul in powerful ways, and unbelievers are trying to copy him. And in the city of Ephesus, the worshipers of Artemis riot. Here we're in Acts 19 now, finding this new city that Paul's in, Ephesus. It's a new church. And later on, all the books of your New Testament, Corinthians and Ephesians, these are the cities that Paul's writing to. And in the book of Acts, we're reading the founding of these churches. And what is astonishing in city after city is the way these powerful churches got started are never the way we would like it. We wouldn't order it this way. In Ephesus, two things happen in this chapter. Number one, a demon-possessed man overwhelms and beats up some unbelievers who are trying to copy Paul. And then secondly, a riot among the followers of a false god. They riot against Paul. But these two events stir up the faith of the people who have a heart for God. Now, it doesn't make sense to our brain how a church could come out of this. But these two events, it's very clear that these events, God used these events to turn people of faith to him, to turn people whose hearts were open to him. Now, none of us are going to pray for a riot. None of us are going to pray for some crazy demon-possessed man to do some nutty thing. But these are the events that God used. And you know what, friends? We're probably not going to be able to just completely grasp exactly and comprehend exactly the events that God's going to use in our lives. That's why every day, that prayer that we pray, God, send me one person. We don't know how it's going to work out. Sometimes it's some pretty odd circumstances, and that's exactly the way it was in the book of Acts. But this is what makes life a joy. God is building his church. He's using some of the oddest things to get it done, and I am just so glad to be a part of it. God, today, send me one person today to share your love with. Friends, let's never forget it. Loving God is the only way to end up with a life that we love.